People saying confirming that there is an album that was even like there was Absol. Somebody said yes, they're absolutely working on an album.
Nah, he might be talking about like when we originally got up to work.
Yeah.
Like this was years ago. Like when we originally got up to work, we had we just did a few songs. Like we did a bunch of ideas. Put it like that.
Right.
It was nothing like you wouldn't call it an album. You wouldn't call it nothing like that.
Where are you at with a lot of the cats now, like the J. Cole's of the world or the Drakes of the world? Where are you guys at now?
Same place. It's all love from the moment I did the verse to after the verse. You know what I mean? I think hip-hop is a sport, so you're going to have these little spits and spats. And it's all good because personally I respect these dudes as, you know, as people. You know what I mean? So outside of that, it's really nothing.
I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for, you know, the other two guys that I'm constantly, you know, up against, which is like Cole and Kendrick.
Three-headed monster.
Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for those guys because they also continue to, you know, stay true to what we started with, and finding new ways to do it.
This past week in rap has been absolutely explosive, almost like something out of a blockbuster movie. Some call it the biggest rap feud in history, and it's easy to see why. When rappers battle, there is usually a period in between blows while they create their musical responses. But not now. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are causing a stir on social media by dropping new tracks almost every day. However, in the midst of this intense rivalry, there is another key member, J. Cole. You may wonder, why focus on J. Cole? Well, here's the scoop. J. Cole got caught up in this drama not long ago. Instead of raising tensions, he chose to back down, apologizing to Kendrick and stepping aside, leaving Drake to battle Kendrick alone. But what is J. Cole's take on the current chaos? Stay tuned as we look into his thoughts on this legendary rap showdown.
I would never verbally say I'm better than any one of them because I respect the swords. Like I know what they are capable of at all times. But at the end of the day, like I got supreme confidence in my ability and myself.
So why did J. Cole decide to pull out of this in the first place? Fun fact, he was the first to respond to Kendrick Lamar's diss in Like That. He beat Drake to the studio and released a song called 7-Minute Drill. But there was a catch. He didn't just release the song as a solo hit, he included it in an album called Might Delete Later, and that is exactly what happened. He took down the song and apologized to Kendrick Lamar during one of his shows. This caused complete chaos among rap fans all over the world, with many calling him soft and scared of Kendrick. Others admired Cole for it because of his laid-back demeanor and refusal to create conflict. But what did he say in his apology? Cole mentioned that there was one part of his EP that he didn't like, a diss to Kendrick. He simply called it the lamest thing he'd ever done. He described how torn he felt as everyone looked at him to see how he would react to Kendrick's song. Despite the fact that the world wants to see them fight, Cole revealed that he has no hatred toward Kendrick, whom he has always admired.
Right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right?
He was completely honest, even naming Kendrick and admitting that his diss track was a mistake and a bit stupid. Cole reflected on how it reminded him of a time when he wasn't making the best decisions, and he hoped Kendrick didn't take it wrong. He stood there, pleading for a chance to make things right, not just with Kendrick, but with everyone present. Cole wished for forgiveness, wanting to get back on track and leave the drama behind. He even admitted that the previous few days had been difficult for him, and he felt terrible about everything.
Bruh. That was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. I say all that to say it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit in the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love.
After J. Cole decided to step back from the heated feud, the rap world has been buzzing with talk and memes suggesting he made the smartest move. With Kendrick and Drake rapidly releasing tracks against each other, J. Cole would have been caught right in the middle of an intense battle if he stayed involved. The jokes circulating online highlight how J. Cole is staying cool and relaxed, seemingly enjoying his best life away from the drama. Meanwhile, Drake and Kendrick are continuously throwing shade at each other, with each new track revealing more digs and secrets. This contrast paints a picture of J. Cole as the wise one who chose peace over conflict, which has fans applauding his decision and enjoying the humor in how he's just watching it all unfold from the sidelines. One video surfacing on Twitter that has gained over 8 million views captions their post with Drake saying, "You beat your wife," and Kendrick saying, "You a predator," and then says, "Meanwhile, J. Cole," to make a joke about the situation.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh? It definitely is.
All of this drama has made us fans scratch our heads. Did J. Cole pull out because he knew something about Kendrick Lamar that we didn't? Was there any damaging information about Cole that Kendrick could have used? Perhaps Cole was concerned about personal secrets being exposed. It appears that we will never know the full story, but the latest rumors suggest that Schoolboy Q advised Cole to avoid the beef. And this isn't just gossip. The Dreamville team confirmed it on Twitter, revealing that Schoolboy Q and Cole had a serious conversation at the festival. Now, the question arises, what did Schoolboy Q know that Cole did not? Given Schoolboy Q and Kendrick Lamar's close relationship, having worked on numerous tracks together and being seen frequently outside the studio, the advice is valid. This connection adds an element of mystery to the advice given at the Dreamville Festival. Although the specifics of their conversation are unknown, it is rumored that Schoolboy Q warned Cole about something significant, adding another layer of mystery to the rap world's ongoing drama. As the beef heats up, it becomes clear that Kendrick may have had some deep stuff about J. Cole based on what he has said about Drake. He appears to know everything about Drake, from personal details like hiding a daughter to more serious allegations like inappropriate behavior.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world.
This level of knowledge increases the feud from a battle of lyrics to a war in which personal lives are brought into the spotlight. It serves as a reminder of how intense and damaging rap battles can become when artists reveal each other's hidden truths. As previously stated, the exact reasons for J. Cole's decision to avoid the feud are unknown, but there may be some important variables at play. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole have always had a deep mutual respect for one another. There have even been whispers in the industry that they once worked on a project together, but chose not to release it. Furthermore, in an interview, J. Cole shed some light on the situation. He clarified that, while not a full album, they did collaborate on some tracks back then. This revelation suggests one possible reason Cole chose not to escalate the feud. Despite the brewing storm around them, Cole may have found it critical to maintain their personal and professional relationships. This backstory complicates Cole's decision, implying that his decision to withdraw from the conflict may be motivated by a sense of mutual respect and friendship that goes beyond the typical boundaries of rap battles.
Yeah, but why does everybody think that this is, and why are people confirming, some people are saying confirming that there is an album that was, even like there was Absol, somebody said, yes, they're absolutely working on an album.
Nah, he might be talking about like when we originally got up to work.
Yeah.
Like this was years ago, like when we originally got up to work, we had we just did a few songs, like we did a bunch of ideas, put it like that.
Right.
It was nothing like, you wouldn't call it an album, you wouldn't call it nothing like that.
So that's not a real thing. That's like some fantasy thing.
It didn't come from nowhere. It came from us.
Additionally, some old interviews have recently resurfaced, highlighting Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole's warm relationship. In a notable interview with Big Boy, Kendrick stated that his feelings for Drake and J. Cole were all about love and respect. Despite the past friendship, it is clear that Drake's current situation has shifted significantly. Kendrick's statement in that interview is an important reminder of how relationships in the music industry can evolve and change. This resurfacing of past sentiments adds depth to the ongoing story, emphasizing the complex dynamics and changing relationships within the rap community. It highlights the contrast between Kendrick's long-standing admiration for J. Cole and the decline of his relationship with Drake, reflecting the shifting dynamics of celebrity friendships and rivalries.
Where are you at with a lot of the cats now, like the J. Coles of the world or the Drakes of the world? Where are you guys at now?
Same place. It's all love from the moment I did the verse to after the verse. You know what I mean? I think hip hop is a sport, so you're gonna have these little spits and spats, and it's all good because personally I respect these dudes as, you know, as people. You know what I mean? So outside of that, it's really nothing.
Specifically, where are you at, like with the J. Cole? Specifically, where are you at with a Drake or so on and so forth?
I respect their music, for sure. I respect them as individuals and creators.
Further fueling discussions about the strong friendship between J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, a video from an interview with Nardwuar has resurfaced, where J. Cole shares a compelling story. In the interview, Cole describes how he discovered Kendrick's talent early on and even recommended him to Dr. Dre. This gesture alone demonstrates Cole's belief in Kendrick's abilities and respect for his artistry. But Cole didn't stop there. He went on to express his admiration, saying that if he had his business and label in place at the time, he would have personally signed Kendrick. The story has once again caught fans' interest, highlighting the two artists' long-standing connection and mutual respect. Cole's words in the interview emphasize not only professional respect, but also genuine support for Kendrick's career, demonstrating the deep impact they have had on each other's lives in the music industry.
He just asked the craziest question, which, yes, the answer is yes, I did. I'm not gonna say I was the first to tell him. There was a what's my man name that used to work for Dre, light skinned dude, Manny. Yeah, when I brought him up to Dre, I was like, yo, you know what you got? I went in there to like work on Detox or whatever. You know how Dre do. It's like if you're a young rapper and he rock with you, he want to bring you through and like have you test the water. So yeah, I was like, yo, you gotta sign this kid from Compton. Boom, boom, Kendrick, boom, boom. And then Manny was like, oh yeah, that's the kid I was telling you about. Boom, boom, boom. So I have no clue. You know what I mean? Cause that's never. You know what I mean? I've never heard anybody say that type of shit. But yeah. Shout out to Dr. Dre. He made the right decision.
Did you want to sign Kendrick?
100%. I don't know what I would have signed him to. You know what I mean? We didn't have our business intact, but that's how much I rock with him. You know what I mean? At that time, I met him, and instantly was like, man, you know, I was highly impressed and was like, damn, you know, that would have been the first artist in my mind. But come to find out, you know, he had bigger shit going on. So yeah.
To wrap this up, let's dig into how this whole situation started and why it was bound to happen. It just took a bit longer than expected. There's been rumor after rumor, but the main thing is that these three artists, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar, have been competing at the top of the rap game for this entire generation. It's a bit like how people compare LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan in basketball. Everyone involved in the rap industry, from famous podcast hosts to other insiders, constantly debates about these three. It's a never-ending conversation where everyone picks a side and sticks up for their favorite.
Cole is clearly trying to show that I am the greatest, I'm the best rapper out of just the big three, whatever you call them. Yeah. Drake is showing I am the best artist, or I'm the biggest star out of everybody. And I think Kendrick is saying I'm the best artist. I'm crafting art.
I think that's a good
that was great.
A good summary.
That was great.
But everyone is talking about the long-running debate between these iconic rappers. J. Cole has frequently mentioned the big three in rap, referring to himself, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. However, Drake and Kendrick appear to disagree on this. In the song First Person Shooter, J. Cole says, "Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey? Or me? We the big three, like we started a league." And then there's DJ Academics who pointed out that J. Cole has typically been the mediator between Drake and Kendrick as they clashed, but now it seems they are no longer just vying for recognition within a big three. Instead, they are each battling to claim the top spot outright, moving away from any notion of a shared throne. This change marks a pivotal shift, turning what was once perhaps a friendly rivalry into a fierce competition for supremacy in the rap world.
You know, I'm gonna blame this whole thing on J. Cole, really. J. Cole's been the one trying to like walk in the middle, the little brother, so to speak, the middle child, trying to keep his hands around the two other brothers that really want to go at it. And he's been saying this big three this whole time. Yo, it's big three, it's us, it's us, it's us. Like Kendrick never looked at the whole time was like, who's us?
So there you have it, a rundown of the current rap beef, J. Cole's response, and why he decided to back down. J. Cole has frequently referred to himself, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar as the big three of rap, but the other artists have not fully accepted this, causing some tension. As the battle for supremacy between Kendrick and Drake heats up, J. Cole's role as a mediator and strategic withdrawal highlight his approach to navigating the competitive rap scenery. This situation is evolving, demonstrating the complex dynamics and high stakes of the rap world. So what do you think about all of this? Will J. Cole reclaim the spotlight? Will he continue to sit this one out? Who do you believe is winning the battle right now? Are you on Team Kendrick or Team Drake? Let us know down below.